Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so today's episode brought to you by Time. Not the magazine, but the chronological thing. It took a crap ton of it, but the refineries are done. We're talking 18-ish hours, give or take. So all day yesterday, and it finished a couple hours ago today. Let's see here. We're going to look on this side. We're going to look for ore. O-R-E-O. So we have none left in the Kestrel. She's done processing everything we need to process. So with that, I was able to produce a lot of the... Gee, many Christmas. There's so much crap on the HUD. Info... Let's see if this helps. That helped a little. So with that, I was able to get all the components we needed done to finish up this guy. And so you see all the pretty blue lights. We don't get... Can I connect to that? Alright, so cast... Ore detector... Turn that off. Wait, what? Thank you. Hush on over there. Alright, so you guys notice that this has a little zigzag of batteries. This one doesn't. Well, that's because the reactor, or the refinery is there. So we have this line down the middle that we chose. And so, yeah, so we don't have that same line of the batteries. I moved the thrusters. Thruster was up here. Brought it down underneath, and I thought even if we didn't armor this ship, we left it where it is, that this is just a tighter, cleaner package. Also, I moved the side thrusters as well, as they were where this is. So they were sticking down a little bit too far for my tastes. So I'm looking at this, and I don't like it. I like the idea, just not what we do with it. So that's all going to come off of there. So I think we're going to do it from the back. Let's go to here. There we go. So I think if we come up here, it'd be better. It helps if we're on the correct block as well. So something like that, I think would be a little bit better off. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Alright, so like that, and then we throw one of these on. Actually, you know, let's go with this. Like... come on, Havoc. There we go, like that. And we could put a mag pad on the tip of that. That could be a thing. It almost looks pretty cool, too. Alright, so I don't know where Scorp is, so we'll just go ahead and weld this up. Never mind, no we're not. We're going to go find Scorp. Oh, hey, he's right there. So we did a few more other things. We'll get to that here in a second. I was definitely able to get quite a bit done while I was waiting for the refinery to finish. Alright. So there. Climb out, give that a paint. Alright, so we need to paint this whole thing up. It hasn't been touched with the Kona paint in a while, so there's a lot of mismatched colors. So give it a good wash here. Make sure everything's the color it's supposed to be. Alright. So right now we're running on just the reactor. We have a ton of uranium in this ship, like over 400 uranium. Each one of the reactors on the Kestrel is breaking 300. I haven't checked it since everything was done refining, so I think it's like every reactor has 300. It's like 3 years worth of uranium sitting there, just idle, which that's crazy. So all these batteries are now charged. I set them all to recharge. So this ship is sitting idle. It's really not using any energy right now. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that could work. For this guy over here, maybe we just do it just straight out of here. Like this. Instead of coming up from up higher. So like that. You need steel plates because you put them all where they weren't supposed to go. Let's see here. Is there any on board? Yes. Thank you. So we do something like that, and I guess we just do it like that, and then we just put the mag pad under that. And if we're going to do that miss, we'll use the other one. The number 6. Yeah, this guy. Like that. So we can throw the mag pad on there. Throw the mag pad on the other foot over there. And maybe some V's on here. I don't know why I call these things V's. I'm not too keen about doing this, but I just want to give it some shape. Like I was saying before in the last episode, I really was thinking about just keeping this thing as light as possible. So cosmetically, I think it actually screws up everything we're trying to do with this ship by doing this. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I think that actually looks better than that. Alright, so we have some symmetry issues here to resolve. I think basically all it is this continues back. Is that it? No, it doesn't, because that's containers here. So this just needs to be a block. And then, actually, I think that should be one of these. At least I think so. You know, I really would love to hear what you guys think about the progress on this ship and how it's starting to shape up. I think it's doing all right. The overall shape isn't really an aesthetic one. I mean, I'm not trying to build, you know, the last Starfighter or something. But I definitely want to make sure it's 100% functional and we can get things done. Okay, so it has the same look from left to right now, where those are wonky and sticking out across the front. I'm okay with that. And what I'm referring to is that piece right there sticking out. So now we come over here. See, it does the same thing. It's further back. Oops. Meh, it'll be fine. Like I said, this isn't about a beauty contest. This one's about function. So, if you guys like the leg, let me know in the comments below for landing. And then we'll keep it. If not, like I said in the last episode, we'll just swap that out and go straight to mag pads down the center. But yeah, looking pretty good. So one of the other things I wanted to do this episode is, well, this is one. We wanted to get this guy finished. And it's done minus the legs versus just the straight mag pads. I'll wait for you guys' comments to go with, either direction on that. The other thing we wanted to do is get some more work done on the Mark II, possibly get a floor in and some power management on board. So you can see here I got some work done on the exterior, started getting a little bit more lines in place, and then I got this far on this side, then realized it is entirely nowhere near, not even close, to being symmetrical on the other side. This side, I'm really liking how this is shaping up, so I'm going to have to go through and tear out that left side. about 80% of it and redo it. So right now I'm working on getting the bottom was square. I think it still is on this side. No, I fixed it all the way around. The bottom was square, and I went back through and chiseled it out to be all the sloped blocks like we had done on the top, like this. So it has symmetry top to bottom now as far as that goes. So the same pattern is reflected below on both sides. It's just that the detail work I did on that side to get away from it being flat is not represented here. See how this is just coming straight up to this wall like that. Then we come over here and it flares out. So I got to get this flared out part over here. So that's what I'm drastically missing, and where I'm going to be working after the next episode is to get this all lined out. But with that being said, we want to get some more critical things on board. One being power. We really need to get power on board so we can get gravity generators on board. And we're going to cut a hole right here because, well, I can. It's my ride. I can scratch the paint if I want. So yeah, this is one of the areas I really want to be critical on, is up here in the front. So we're going to have the main deck come up here, and I'll probably, you know what would be really nice right here is we used airtight hangar doors and glass and walls to seal this all in. So the cockpit area, downside of this ramp. Ooh, what do we use those glass doors? Oh, yeah. So we use these on, I can't remember what we called it. That UPC, I think it was useless personnel carrier or something like that. The thing that had like 20 cockpits on it, all of them oxygenated. And it was airtight, small ship, which was a pretty crazy feat. It was pretty awesome. But we had these really cool doors, and we used those. Oh man, here we go. These guys right here, 1x9, outstanding. That's right where we want to go with. So we can have literally one set of these go top to bottom and bottom to top, and let's see, how many do we have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have to go 4. But we could probably use them all the way around. That'd be kind of cool if they skirted the whole thing and just shot up as needed. I don't even know if they're airtight, so I don't even know if this would work. If I remember correctly, I had to use multiple to get it to be airtight on that other vessel. Alright, but that's something we'll play with on the meantime. So, one of the things I want to do is have a ramp. This is how we're going to get down below. Before we had an access door, and it was constantly moving on the Kestrel. It still is. In fact, I removed it and ended up just cutting a hole in the floor. So what I want to do is when we need to get down here, it's going to be purposeful. And so there's going to be a hatchway up here, a ramp leading down to a corridor that we'll be able to get where we need to go, back here. So with that, I need to get the rail guns in place. That's not something that's going to happen now, but it's something I do need to keep in mind. So I actually want to cut a hole like so. So that's where our railgun would go, because I'm going to do at least one. I think 1 is sufficient. I think 3 was overkill, and I'm really not too keen on overkill. So we're going to put 1 down the middle for sure, and with the camera to go with it. And I think that's going to be a pretty phenomenal increase to performance as far as our firepower. Then we'll have the global defense turrets on the side as well. So between all that, I think we'll be doing pretty good. So down here, because we're going to go with the the planking, I'm not sure if we're going to have room for a large reactor. So actually, let's go back to this color. Thank you. So no, we're not. Okay. Yeah, I can see as soon as we move over, we're clear of the tubes, but we're hitting the decking up above. Yeah, so that's kind of a problem in my opinion, because I really wanted to go with large reactors, 2 simple large reactors, and then a few smaller reactors. Oh, wait a minute, can we do this? And then once this gets flared out, we can put another one there. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that totally just happened right there. All right, so we're gonna run. This is why we talk things out, guys. We're gonna run twin large reactors here, and then we'll put a few smaller reactors tucked in various parts elsewhere. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, Havoc, you run all these mods. Why aren't you running a modded reactor? Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep the Kestrel Mark II. For her vital components, vanilla. The game is going a severe adjustment right now, and I would like to get the impact from those adjustments now instead of waiting for modders to get around to it. So a great example is large thrusters are 3 times more powerful than their vanilla counterpart. So in theory, the Sage industrial thruster is no longer the equivalent in resources. So it's actually item per item underpowered. So Sage had stated originally that he had built that to be, pound per thrust for the components on board it to be equal to the large thruster. Well, the large thruster's now changed, and to get... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't want this here. I'm trying to be busy while I'm talking, and then I'm screwing up in the process. So, in theory, that's now null and void, because the thruster is now 4 times more powerful. So I don't want to wait around for a modder to update his components. So for critical things, refineries, and the like, we're going to be using vanilla. So same thing's going to be thrusters. Actually, no, thrusters, I am going to go with the modded. That's the tutorial page. I am going with the modded thrusters for a different reason. I'm going with those because of size. And quite honestly, I don't consider the thrusters to be a vital component because the ship's not going planet side. And I guess I did use these instead. But again, this was a size factor. We were taking weight into account and everything else. So if I had to put a large thruster on this thing, gee, where is it? Here it is. Look at that. That is enormous. That is huge. So, granted, yes, I'm building a large ship. Granted, yes, it shouldn't be this small. I understand those things. But we're trying to do a very specific thing, and those thrusters are not going to allow us to do that. So I took a weight hit because I am pretty sure that this thruster right here weighs more than this thruster. So I took a hit by actually using that thruster. But then again, it fits. So that's the other thing. Okay, so we have a large reactor up there, but that's a little overkill for us right now. So I'm just going to go with a little bit smaller, and just to get something going and get it out of the way, and just so we can get it done in this episode, we're going to put a battery on and a small reactor because we just need a gravity generator. That's what we're after. So we're going to do this and go grab some power cells. Down here. almost got it coming in hot on that one. Alright, so here... So we need 120? Oh, we can only carry 78, so it doesn't much matter. I'm lost like a little boy. Alright, there we go. Alright. Another thing I'd like to hear your guys' comments on is the rear ducktail that we have on the Kestrel. Did you guys like that? I was personally a fan of it. I liked being able to land there. And this thing right here. And do you think we should carry it on over to the Mark II? I personally would like to, and also make it one block bigger. That's just me, but I would definitely like to hear your guys' opinions on the matter, and see, you know, did you guys like it? Do you think it was stupid? Yeah, let me know, because I'm interested in these kinds of things. And we're going this way. Because, see, I think it would add a lot of shape to the back. Well, then again, I'm not done with the back of it, too. So, there's a lot of shape to come to this ship. I really don't plan on keeping it so plain Jane. Where is he? There he is. I think I broke his antenna. I'm not sure, but I think I broke the antenna. I know I broke the beacon. If you look on the back here, there's a motor missing. We have only one left thruster and two right thrusters. Yeah, I turned around and went bam and bashed in, and I saw the motor vanish, and I was like, there's probably something else there. And then I flashed back and realized, oh yeah, that other thing that was there, like back in the day, that was a beacon. So the beacon's gone. Let's see if we can load some windows up. And like that, that's all the bulletproof glass we carry. Alright, so let's see here. Let's come out here. Inventory, do we have any reactor components? React.com. What? Okay, must be in the description. So no, we don't have any reactor components. So let's climb out, make it. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. That was there. G. Oh, so I also collected some nickel today. Steel plates, derp. Collected some steel plates today, or not steel plates, some nickel. And I collected that from a nickel deposit not far from where we are currently. This Scythe is actually sitting where it, right over there, where I collected it from. And a few of you are asking if, we'll head over here in just a few minutes once we get this reactor online and some uranium in it. We're asking if it's possible to just not put, we need 100 reactor components, to not put a drill in every spot. And I can confidently say, no, not on the large drills. That is not feasible. I wouldn't do it and just send something out. There's going to be loss. You're going to hit things, you're going to take damage. Reactor components, and we don't have any. What? What? Really? And I really don't think we have any gravel. I don't know why, but all my assemblers now are just being dumb. The only one I can work from is this one. All the rest of them just are... I don't know why. They just will not... We have no gravel because I've been throwing all the stone away. That is hilarious. Components. reactor component should go here. And where are they going instead? They're going here to this one. Alright, that's interesting. So yeah, we ended up wrecking a Scythe. So it is in need of some repair, which is why we want to go over there and check that out, because yeah, it totally just got trashed. And 75, so we need 25 more. We have no means of gravel, and I really don't want to harvest enough gravel, refine it just to get all that up and running, so we're just going to do this. Oh, come on, you had to have seen this coming, right? And yes, I know there is a metric ton of uranium in there, and I'm just praying I don't hit it with my grinder and destroy it. I didn't. Yay. Alright, cool. I think it was what, how much? Are you freaking kidding me? There's 898 uranium in the reactors? All that time I looked at the reactors, I didn't. Oh, that must have been just that one. That's still a crap ton of uranium. Holy cow. 898 uranium. Wow. Alright. With that being said, alright, so let's get up here. We'll just spit that boy up. Done and done. Boom. Power. The ship is now alive. Control panel. Battery. Recharge. So the only thing drawing power now is a battery. So let's grab, how much O2 do we have? Plenty. Grab a little taste of some juice for our jetpacks. Hit Y on the way out. Fix that. Alright, so we're going to run over and look at the Scythe real quick and see how bad it got hosed today. And it was a small rock that causes damage. So you can see the grinders that are missing, or that are in need of repair. There was the two thrusters that were here, and the gyros were attached to those thrusters. So I lost these two. The gyros were floating, so I lost two thrusters, 1, 2, 3, 4 containers. I ground these down to try to repair these, and that just didn't work. Not enough supplies, not enough the correct supplies either. So so I missed 1, 2, 3, 4 containers and 4 grinders. And I am not joking you, all that damage was done by 2 rocks a fraction of the size of the tip of this. And by the time I saw it, I was like, yep, that's probably going to wreck the whole side of the... Boom, it all exploded. So 2 tiny little rocks on the side of the ship, and I was literally... hand wasn't even touching the mouse, just tapping C to head downward, and that's what happened. So there's a ton more. Actually, while we're over here, I can grab some more. I would say there's a ton more nickel in here. We can grab some and get that producing, since both refineries are just chill. And so this needs to go under some repair so we can continue knifing through there, because some nickel, cobalt, a few different things inside there. But I wanted to share with you that, yes, with the large drills, it is rather necessary. I'm sure someone would love to argue in the comments. And my argument back to that is by all means, do what you like. Build how you want to see fit. I just hate repairing things multiple times from little tiny things like that. I can only imagine what would happen if it was missing a drill there and those rocks went between the drills and collided with the reactor or something on the back end. So I know the small drills have a much larger radius, and I don't know why that is. So refinery. Let's give you that much. And we'll give you that much just because we can. I don't know why the small drills have such a large radius versus the bigger ones, because the large ones you would think would have a larger grinding radius, and they just don't. So they don't because they don't, because they don't. What can I say? They just don't. And we're going to have to put a gravity generator in here. There it is. Alright, so that's it. So hopefully the next time we come back in the next episode, I will have some symmetry brought upon the ship. And I really like the fact that that fits there. That's pretty cool. So we'll get some symmetry brought onto the ship so we can actually get these sides finished out. Once the exterior is done, then we can start working internal and start getting more critical systems online. So I got to build this whole right side wing. Nobody said nay. You guys didn't say that you didn't like this idea, so well, I'm going to go with it. So, yeah, I kind of like it, so call you the Kestrel Mark II, the Testarossa edition with the flared out wings on the side. So, alright, this is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.